Tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life. So come on, just tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life.
And we are back. Are we?
Hello, we are. We are back. We are front and two sides. But our conversations will be out of the box, even though that seems like a box situation. In fact, Amy, what?
No, continue. Amy, what?
No, I'm getting a look. I have learned after 17 years, oh boy, if you get a look, you stop. Doesn't matter what you're doing, you stop. I noticed the policeman that pulled you over when you're speeding didn't know that, though. You gave him a look, and he just kept on going. That was years and years ago, and I shouldn't bring it up. All right, you were saying?
You were saying.
I finished my saying.
Well, welcome.
Welcome!
I'm super excited you guys are here. We have a really cool author. I'm super excited to hear from him because he just sounds like a fascinating guy.
I know.
I can't wait to ask questions.
You're super excited.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a question about that. What does your super excited costume look like? Because every super being has a costume. And it's spandex, of course.
I have a coat.
You have one?
I have a super excited coat.
I didn't expect her to leave. Maybe I misread the look. Well, hey, everybody, it's going to be a really short show because Amy's the boss. And if she's not here, I'm going fishing. Fishing for compliments. Yeah.
This is my super excited coat.
Oh, that's right. You just got that.
I did.
Look at those glittery things.
I don't know if it shows up on the camera very well.
I'm scared about that getting cleaned is what I'm...
Anyway. I know. The first thing you said was like, you're going to have to dry clean that.
Yeah. All right. So let's introduce our phenomenal author. Really nice guy. We've had a chance to have a bit of a chat with him. Great guy.
Now, I don't drink alcohol or beer, but if I was to, I would definitely want to have a drink with this guy.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe we could all go out for thick shakes.
Flavored milk?
Flavored milk.
Okay. Well, his name is Alex Cody Foster, and he's worked on over 40 book projects. What? 8 of which were #1 Amazon bestsellers.
What?
That outranked one of the top-selling authors of all times.
Ooh,
wonder who that was.
Nice.
Think he'll tell us?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
His works.
If not, I'll just keep doing jokes and then he goes, enough. I'll tell you.
Yeah. He'll tell us to get you to stop.
Yeah.
His works have spanned nearly all generations and have taken him around the world to meet a cast of really fascinating characters. A prince who used to tour with the Rolling Stones.
Woo!
We might know some of the same people.
Oh, we might.
I actually used to interview. I used to interview a lot of rock and rollers, and one of the guys that most fascinating interview I did was the guy that toured with Led Zeppelin. He wrote a couple books on that.
In Australia, we don't get Led Zeppelin. We get aluminum Zeppelin.
Aluminum Zeppelin?
Yeah, the exchange rate.
Of course.
Not heavy
John
metal.
McAfee, which I cannot wait to ask him about.
Yeah.
John McAfee is the creator of the McAfee antivirus that cost me so much money every freaking year, like back in the day.
Well, let's not take it out personally.
I got a Mac.
And we're going to hold Alex responsible.
That's right. It. And Ross Ulbricht, founder of Silk Road.
Ooh.
The first book under his own name was The Man Who Hacked the World.
What?
Is out now, and it's available below. It's only $23.60 right now. Yes, The Man Who Hacked the World is out now.
That's a great title.
He's not the Alex Foster on Amazon by sheer coincidence. There are 2 Alex Fosters in the writing sphere, so make sure you use that middle name, Alex Cody Foster, when looking him up on Amazon.
Cody Foster.
2 of his products have been optioned by production companies, including Mark Wahlberg's Unrealistic Ideas, and he's been profiled in a documentary that was the #1 watched Netflix film in the world when it debuted, Running with the Devil, the Wild World of John McAfee. I wish I had watched that before this interview. We're going to have him on another one.
We will.
Alex never went to college. Neither did I, Alex. Having pinned his...
I did.
Yeah.
And Amy's my boss. So just, put it out there, folks.
Just to put it in perspective a little bit. He penned his first book at 18 years old, and then he decided really early on to enter the writing world via the road less traveled and do things that weren't traditional, which is definitely our kind of people. Now, after 8 years and many fun and crazy clients, he is ready to impart his unique ghostwriting techniques and wisdom to writers who want to make a living by doing what they love.
Nice.
And so, yeah, he is fabulous. I love this picture. He's got these really cool, steely eyes. So, everybody give Alex Cody Foster a huge Amazon welcome.
Yay!
That was definitely the most powerful intro I have ever heard. So thank you. My God, I love you both already. Holy hell.
Hi, Liz. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to go ahead and give us a follow. When you give us a follow, you're going to get one of these cool little graphics like this.
Bump, 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 bump.
Awesome. So, Alex, man, I am super like curious about like being around those people that like the person like John McAfee. Like he was kind of a crazy guy, right?
He was certainly one of the most psychotic people that I've ever met, but he was incidentally one of the most brilliant people I've ever met as well. You know,
how do you how do you compare, like how do you wrap your head around that kind of thing? You know what I mean?
What kind of thing?
Like just how people can be two things. Like they can be brilliant and crazy, or they can be, you know, criminal and brilliant. Like I've known people in my life where it's like I had a hard time like someone I care about deeply and I find out they do a horrific crime. I'm like very conflicted in this person that I care about, yet they're these two things, you know?
Oh man, that's a great question. Can I answer with a short story of what happened to me today?
Yes.
Cool?
we would love that.
So you guys found me at a very interesting time. If you read the book, I have it here. You guys mentioned it already, but in the first, I'm not going to spoil it for any potential readers, but in the first several pages, you read about an incident that happens to me when I was a kid. And by the way, this is a true crime memoir, right? So it's not a biography on John. It's about two crazy people, John and myself, who meet. And I don't really know how to describe it in an accurate way because I really don't even know what I've written. It's just, I wrote it and I put it away, and that was that. But in the beginning of that book, I describe something that happened to me when I was 12 years old. So when I was 12 years old, I woke up Christmas Day and my mother was gone. And I had a single mom and I had two older brothers. It was just us, you know, the three brothers living with my mom. But Christmas Day, we woke up all excited and my mother wasn't present. And we were like, where the hell is she? You know, what happened? We kept calling around trying to understand where she went, what might have happened, but we couldn't find out where she was. Finally, in the afternoon, my mother came through the door and her face was swollen. Her eyes were swollen shut. She had blood on her clothes and stuff. She had been beaten and maced by a police officer. Wow. Right? A very notorious police officer in our town at the time who had victimized and assaulted many, many, many women, men too, but mostly women. And there was my mom, who was all of 100 pounds, like walking into the house, toting a bag of TGI Fridays frozen dinners, because the night before when she went shopping, she was gonna go shopping and get, you know, ingredients and get food to create Christmas dinner for us on Christmas Day. But, you know, it's Christmas Day, everything's closed but the gas station. She got frozen meals from the gas station. And there was my mom, and that was sort of the beginning of the end to my mother. And it's a very sad story, but it's a story that happened for many, many, many other people until this officer was ousted from the police department. Crazy, wow. Right? But yeah. Fast forward.
What state was that in?
This was in Maine. Mm-hmm. And
state of shock.
That's yeah, I was 12 years old. It's relevant though. I know it sounds like sort of ancillary, but fast forward.
Not at all. It's so we're so connected to what happens to us as children.
It's a very strong imprinting moment, especially at the age of 12. Typically, all the clients I work with between the ages of are probably 6 to 10, and a little bit either side of that. 90% of the issues that they're still reacting and responding from have been created from an imprinting moment of an emotional background or an emotional,
100%.
a significant emotional thing that they create a belief structure. So yeah, this is definitely a key element, especially as a 12-year-old and Christmas Day. The combination of those high emotional moments
would be very big.
And a police officer, you've got a trilogy here of 3 different high emotional aspects, because the policeman's supposed to be protect, serve, trust, yet it's a juxtaposition there. So yeah, I'm very interested.
So you know exactly. I mean, you just broke it down as like a psychotherapist might. Well, speaking of trilogies, this is a trilogy. That was the first part. Second part, I'm 18 years old. I was 12 when it happened. And that was the early onset of my mother's mental illness. That was like what exacerbated it, what made it like go through the roof, was this terrifying experience with the cop. And then fast forward 18 years old, I had a terrible breakup with a girl that I was in love with. You know, I was moving to her town to go to college together, to do all this stuff together. It was like the love of my life. And she broke up with me because she knew I'm not that guy. I'm not a college guy. I'm not the traditional guy. And she said, I would be impeding upon your growth if you were to do that. Anyway, it sucked. I was so sad. So I just left my house unannounced with a backpack full of books and clothing and food. And I was going to hitchhike across country, which I ultimately did very soon after. And I went to a graveyard, and all of my friends became very concerned because they knew what happened. And they called the police. And one of my friends said, if he's anywhere, he's there. He's at the graveyard by the river, because it's a very beautiful, peaceful spot. So that's where my friend led the cop. And the cop just so happened to be the cop that bashed my mom's face into a car hood and then maced her on the ground while she was still unconscious. 100-pound woman, you know, and this 6'3" massive dude did that to my mom. But he showed up, and I was very, very sad. I was going to leave. And he said, you know, he saw me, and he sat down on the ground next to me, and he put his arm around me. He's like, Alex, I know what you're going through because I went through this too. And so I promise I'm going to get to the question that you asked.
Take your time, Alex. This is great. Just keep going.
So he said, I was in a position similar to you when I was a kid. I fell in love with a girl, head over heels in love with her. And we had everything going right. We were going to get married. Everything was right. And then one day, everything changed. My whole life changed. My whole life fell apart. She left me, and I never knew why. And I was looking at this guy, and I knew who he was. I was looking at this guy who sort of, in some weird way, represented the ruination of my small family. He was the catalyst of it all.
Wow.
Yeah. This is great what you're hearing, folks, because there's obviously
I think he froze.
Yeah, I know, it's very cold up there. So, but for those that are listening right now, the reason we do the Meet the Authors show is not just to meet the author and find out about the book. It's to meet the author and find out who's the person that created this book. What are the turning moments in someone's life that brought them to a point that enables them to then put down on paper a story or an experience or an example or a fantasy that you, the reader, get the benefit from. So what we say is that when you get to meet an author, you're actually holding hands with that author while they take you on a personal journey of their discoveries. And so I think this is amazing. And absolutely, there's moments in everyone's past, just like Alex Cody Foster here is telling us about a key little element that was at the beginning of the book right there.
I think we lost internet. He'll be back shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He'll
the
come
man
back
who hacked the world. I'm excited to grab this book and just that's how we're doing the show today. We're going to give you the teaser to find out how that story ends. Grab the book now.
Yeah, go ahead. It is actually below on the carousel.
It is in the book. This story's in the book.
It's interesting because you know, he's talking about this incident that happened with his mom when she was barely 100 pounds.
Yeah.
And I had a very similar incident
Yeah.
happen to me. I was barely 100 pounds and I was in Portland, Oregon. And I got pulled over by a cop and he was having a bad night, I guess. I was a non-drinker. And he literally slammed my head on the car, on my own car, and ripped my chin open. I have a scar under here from that.
Yeah. For misidentification.
Yeah.
Was basically the thing.
Yeah, he was
Amy
claiming
was completely innocent. Misidentification. That happened. She got injured. And then, as Amy said, she's a non-drinker, but the reason they kept her was because she was a drunk driver.
Yeah, when they towed my car, I was just explaining while you were gone that actually an incident happened to me very similar, getting hit by a cop. I was pulled over one evening in Portland, and this cop was having a bad night or whatever. He was trying to claim that my ID was fake and that it wasn't me, and he like slammed me down, handcuffed me, ripped my chin open because my chin hit the car and it just ripped open. I've had a previous injury there, but beat me up and took me to jail that night. And when I had my friend come to get me to go get my car, when we went to get my car out of towing, they had to keep it for 48 hours, which cost me 2 days because they claimed that they towed my car due to drunk driving. But I'm a non-drinker. I'm still a non-drinker.
Yeah.
I've been a non-drinker since I was assaulted when I was drunk, when I was 20. So I never drank again after that.
Oh my. And I'm a non-drinker because flavored milk is so much more yummier. Why would you drink alcohol?
Anyway, we lost you, but you're back. That's awesome.
And everyone's on bated breath.
Yeah, we're like, and what Jamie was saying was we love to have authors on because we love to talk about the book, yes, but we want to know you. And so these kinds of stories are what are really most interesting to us.
It's meet the author. We can meet the book. You just buy it, take it home. Great stories. But the person, the mind, the personality, the being that created the book is also like something we like to uncover. So
where we left off is you were 18 and
the police officer there, hand around and says, Alex, I know how you feel. I don't know if he had that accent. This is my cop accent. Alex, I know how you feel because I've gone through the same experience. And the juxtaposition of someone in that moment being supportive and helpful while the image and the reality of who they were from your past 4 years ago, or no, 6 years ago.
Which I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Crash.
Yes.
But it was with Sandra Bullock. So actually, the guy that directed that, I've met him a couple times, but the girl that sang the song in that, she was a friend of mine. Her name is Birdie. She also played a cop in that. So I probably took everybody I knew to that movie. Like I saw it probably 15 or 20 times in the theater. It is definitely one of my all-time favorite movies because we are all of these things. Like we're all things. All of us are.
Good people can do bad things and bad people can do good things.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. It's crazy you mentioned that because I met Matt Dillon a couple weeks ago in New York City by accident, and he was my favorite character from Crash because Matt Dillon, that corrupt, racist cop, right? It's so weird that I'm talking about this in the context of this situation, but I'll get to that. Maybe I should just finish this story.
Okay, finish that story. We'll come back to Matt Dillon.
Yeah, we'll get. Oh, weird. Oh my God. So, all right, yeah. I was at the graveyard, and sorry, my internet crashed. My power crashed. It's there's been a storm going on here on the island, and so everything just turned off for a minute. That's why I lost you. But
well, we're glad you're back.
I'm on my phone now. Can you hear me? Okay.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, you're good.
All right. So, I was at the graveyard. I was very sad, and Strout, that's the officer's name. He put his arm around me, and he said, "Man, you're a bright young kid. I know what you're going through. I've been there." And he looked in my eyes. He said, "It's going to get better. It's going to be all right. I promise you." And that conversation had an impact on me. Even though I was looking at him, I was like, you're the asshole who ruined my mother's life. How ironic is it that you can impart some sort of lesson to me, of all people, of all the cops that were around? Why is he the guy that comes and sort of talks me into some form of reality in which I don't like harm myself or run away from myself or do something stupid, it's that guy, right? So that's part
Wow.
2 of the trilogy that we had mentioned earlier. Part 3 today, I he had a lot of people, a lot of women, um, who filed lawsuits against him for disorderly conduct, for assault, for sexual assault, and he had dozens. He had a huge reputation in my town. Dozens and dozens and dozens of people had been hurt by him. They got their noses smashed in. Women too, just like co-eds and stuff. They were victimized by this guy, and I thought,
Wow.
like, back in 2000, he resigned from the force. No, he got kicked off the force because he failed a psych eval. So they,
Wow.
of course, he sued them for wrongful termination and ended up winning a $50,000 settlement, and then worked at Walmart, and then basically faded into obscurity, which is what we all wanted from my town. So I moved from that shitty town, that town where, you know, it's the kind of town everybody's always crying and like groveling to get out of. You know, it's this that you're like, oh, you know, I grew up in the Bronx. You know, that's what you say when you're in New York City when you're in the 80s. But when you're in Maine, you're like, yeah, I grew up in Washington County, or I grew up in Machias, Maine. I grew up where everybody dies. You know, I grew up where all the drug addicts are, all the craziness, the murders, the crazy shit. Sorry for my language, but um, I got out
Sorry,
of
Amazon. Try to tone it down. Amazon might get mad.
sorry, but moved to this town on the island, and it's this beautiful, idyllic, lovely place to be. It's one of the there's a national park here. A lot of the Forbes 500 people, they have homes here, and I learned actually late last night, early this morning, that after 12 years of hiatus, that this cop, he got a job again in the police force. Of all the places he got a job in the state, he got a job here in my town, right here.
Oh my God. You're
just,
kidding me.
nope. And I was asked to go to the police station today to speak with the chief of police alongside my friend who grew up in Machias as well. And so I did, and I recounted my experience, and then I spoke with the press, and basically, you know, spent several hours figuring out how to get this person who just got this job to not have the job anymore. And
wow.
yeah, that was today. That was just like a few hours,
Wow.
you know, and you asked me that question. The reason I gave you this very long response, I guess it was fitting, was because you asked me sort of like along the lines of like, how can you work with someone like that? You know, you like them, you don't. What was the question? You
It was like, how do you wrap your head around this person that's these two completely opposite things?
Totally. And that made me think of this guy today, because while he hurt all these people, he created so much chaos for so many people in my hometown, for my mother, for me. He was the guy, he was the person, the cop, whomever, who was at the graveyard when I was just one of the saddest points I've ever been in my life. And he put his arm around me and he said, hey, man, it's going to be okay. And I kept thinking about that today. I was like,
and you believed him when he said it.
I did believe him when he said it. I did believe him. Yeah. And I'm wondering, I just don't know. I'm a writer, but I don't know the depth of human experience, which gives you insight into what makes someone good and evil. This guy, POS, bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to be good for Amazon, but
That was nice. I like
That
it.
was good. I like that one.
thank you.
Point of sale, right?
Yeah.
Point of sale. Yeah, exactly, point of sale. A bad point of sale. The kind of item that you want to return, you know, because like
Right.
But
He's a giant rabbit dropping.
yes, exactly. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that morality is very gray sometimes. Do I on? Yes. Is he a bad guy in my opinion? Yes. Has he hurt a lot of people? Yes. Did he make me feel good in a time of need? Yes. And John McAfee was also that kind of person. And a lot of things, I guess. I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm not making excuses for bad people. I guess what I'm trying to say is that even bad people are sometimes capable of good. And
Yeah.
that happens. It's sort of weird.
Yeah.
It's interesting, and I'm glad you kind of brought that around right at the end to say that it's weird, because this is something that we say at the end of our shows, is that everybody's going through some struggle. Every single person on the planet has their own personal struggles they're looking to work through or overcome, and
we're all as equally as screwed up as the next, because we're just all a product of our childhood upbringing and a series of rewards based or punishment based behavior modification.
So it's not judge. The more we remove the judgment of the person as a being, saying this person is evil, and I'm not discounting there are some people that are, microcosm group, with a lot of media, especially with Hollywood. So I mean, movies, example, making like exposing stuff. So anyway, back to most people are going through their own journey with their own struggles, and it's not so much the person, the being, that is the bad or evil person. It's their action in the moment. It's their choices and actions, and those choices and actions should be held accountable. The same way that choices and actions that were positive can also be accepted and held accountable. So we're looking at the actual actions of the person, and if those actions are constantly repeated, that's a behavior. And if it's a negative behavior and a destructive behavior, that becomes a personality trait. And so you want to stay away when you observe the negative and abusive personality trait. You want to go, hey, I acknowledge that behavior, and I'm saying that behavior is not right. I'm not condemning you, yet you're the one that's carrying that parcel of behavior with you. So I'm going to keep my distance from you. And I'm going to do these legal actions as well to make sure that you find yourself accountable for those actions, because only then can you have that point of reflection to say, this is not the life I want. How I'm living right now because of my behavior is not the life I want to live. So now I can be held accountable. I can have some self-awareness and have some possible change in my behavior, so I can be a better person within society, and society would want me to be there. So it's kind of like you don't have to beat the person up, yet you also can go and file a restraining order. You know,
what I find interesting about this guy in particular is when you were 18, in that moment, he said, I went through it too. I've been through this too. Like, because every time we make a choice, generally the choices that we make, because what I love and what I study is human behavior. I am fascinated by human behavior and why we make the choices that we make. It all boils back down to our childhood, those strong imprints. You know, for instance, I'm in sales. I had a really strong imprint on sales when I was a kid, where I had a very, very, very successful sales day. And that imprinted on me to where of course I would be into sales today. Of course I would. And so if you were to take a look at this cop's childhood, you would go, of course he chose to be abusive towards women. It's what he was taught. That's what he was taught.
Yeah. Pretty much 99% of negative behavior is learnt behavior. When we take, and there's a whole bunch of studies out there about different tribal communities and what the community belief structure is, and how children are raised in different communities, being third world, first world, and all this stuff. Yet the negative behavior is learnt because you're told what is right and wrong when you're a child. And the way in which you're taught right and wrong can reinforce the behavior, because you'll have an emotional reaction connected with the learning process. And the emotions can actually become addictive, so as that we have our brain producing these chemicals saying, hey, you haven't been angry for a while. There's something to be angry about. And then you get this rush of emotion. You're like, oh, I feel guilty now. Great. That's the follow-up motion you're addicted to. We're going to wrap that up with a little bit of shame. Okay, now you've got all... and then you can do the apology. Then you can get the forgiveness. There's your fourth emotional fix. you can go back to your day. You can go back to your life for the next few weeks. Becoming self-aware. This is where personal development is really great. This is where getting books and reading from authors that are sharing their experience, so you can learn by the observation without actually physically going through that process yourself. So that's a great thing. And we got the book right here, The Man Who Hacked the World. I love that title, The Man Who Hacked the World. How did you come up with that title?
Because he did. John McAfee hacked the world. And so when he created McAfee antivirus software, he built a back door in the software. It became the ubiquitous software for antivirus for the entire world back in the early, late 90s. And today, I mean, it's on most of our technology that run antivirus. And he built a back door in order to spy on anyone in the world. And he did.
Wow.
On everybody, anybody you wanted. A new girlfriend of his, who was running his software, and he was just trying to scope her out. He'd spy on her. He'd read her emails. He would use the back door to access.
Whoa.
He would do this.
Oh my God. I am horrified at what he would have seen on my computer because I had cams hooked up early on. I learned how to do, I was with bulletin board systems. So I ran McAfee. Of course I ran McAfee. We all did. You had to. It's like if you didn't on a PC, you were going to lose your.
Wow.
Oh, we lost him again. If you didn't run McAfee on a PC, you were going to lose all of your stuff. Hi, Jennifer Lude. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hi, USS Rover. Hi, Evans. Hi, everybody. We're super glad you're here. Are
you sure it's USS Rover? I thought it was pronounced Rover.
Rover.
Rover. It's probably USS Rover. G'day, Rover. USS Rover, Jennifer Lude, Evans. Yeah.
Alex Cody's having storms. We're definitely going to have him back because he is
super
fascinating dude. Super. I want to read this book.
Super fascinating.
Is it on Audible? It is. I'm grabbing it right now.
Yeah, we'll listen to that one in the car.
I'm grabbing it for Audible credit right now.
Boom. Bam, just got it. So yeah, what we're talking about, and you may have heard that we're talking about human behavior as well. This is great because we're talking about the ghostwriter, Alex Cody Foster, and John McAfee, who he was ghostwriting for, and the stories that are involved in that, and what we bring to a situation and a moment with all that. And we're talking about, I just had a quick little snippet of here of the book. John McAfee, internet pioneer, presidential candidate, and probably a madman. After many ways,
I know
it's just to making 2 unsuccessful bids for president of the United States and an attempt done to exile following a federal indictment.
Doesn't this sound fascinating?
Yeah, and just knowing that he created backdoors into his own software that he could spy on anything.
He could spy on anybody. That is I'm horrified.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. Grab the book. Find out more about that. Find out more.
I'm going to just read the synopsis, guys. Grab it below. I just purchased the audio book, and I cannot wait to listen to this. After parting ways with the eponymous McAfee antivirus software company in 1994, John McAfee embarked on innumerable business, political, and criminal enterprises. From investing in cybersecurity and cryptocurrency to accusations of murdering his neighbor in Belize to making 2 unsuccessful bids for president of the United States. The latter attempt done in exile following a federal indictment. This larger-than-life man nurtured a rakish public profile while evading law enforcement for his involvement with drugs, weapons, and murder. For 6 months, Alex Cody Foster, hired as McAfee's ghostwriter, he traveled with McAfee across America and Europe, occasionally going on the run to evade purported killers and kidnappers. So he was on the run with John McAfee. Alex, this guy, that's insane to me.
What? There's so many amazing things happening there.
I know. And he was on the run with him. That's crazy. And so he tells the incomparable tale of how the 2 of them met, where their adventures took them, and what precipitated McAfee's death. So I was just reading the book synopsis while you were gone, and you actually were on the run with McAfee at times.
Yeah. We went on the run from
supposedly the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, but it was actually the Sinaloa cartel. Yeah, it was crazy. He made me speak to one of the heads of the Sinaloa cartel on speakerphone while we were on the run to convince me. I'm sorry, guys. Like this won't happen again.
No, hey, no, it's the internet.
It adds to the drama.
It's
Will he
fun.
come back?
It keeps happening,
Alex
but yeah.
is totally fine. It's totally okay.
But basically, my phone died. My power went out somewhere on the generator. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe it's John, like back from the grave or something like that.
He's ghosting you right now. He's like literally like in the room.
Yeah,
like,
so literally a ghost writer. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, like,
literally a ghost.
the full 3D effect right now, folks.
Yeah. Ghosting the ghost.
Ghosting the ghost.
But yeah, sorry, I don't remember where we were at, guys. If you could refresh me real quick.
You were just about to give us $4,000, and you kind of agreed to it.
That's it.
Yeah, you jumped.
Yeah, we didn't get the last digit. So
For
No,
free cake, like
I actually think this is a great time to stop because we would love to have you on again. While you were gone, we actually purchased the audible book of it. We're going to listen to it. We would love to listen to it. We would love to watch that documentary and have you back on again.
yeah.
Sure.
For 3 weeks consecutively, I feel.
yeah,
There's so much great stuff.
that works for me, guys. And I'm also working on another story right now that's actually eclipsing the John McAfee saga. It's about a serial killer, one of the most infamous serial killers of all time, who is uncaught. And I know his identity, and we're going after him. I'm writing a book, and we're probably doing a movie about him. So if you want to, get into that at all, I'll say what I can. But probably a good idea to check out the McAfee stuff and, reconvene. That's fine. Yeah.
Alex, I'm going to reach out to you privately later because I'll explain a little bit later. There's stuff I work on aside from here. And also, if you need any help with that cop over there, if you need any letters written, if you need anything, if you need any help with that, let me know. I'm a huge advocate for women's rights and specifically.
And that brings up another great point, just to round that whole conversation off, folks. This isn't about police. This is about a person who happens to be a police officer. It's not about the police force. There are a lot of really great police. Actually, some of our friends are police officers. And really, there are beautiful, loving, wonderful people out there. And they all take different jobs in society. Some of them happen to be police officers. And at the same time, there's the school bully who never got over the abuse that he had as a child from his home, that went into the police force and is still living out the angst that he couldn't say to his parents when he was a child to the public. And that kind of personality. We're talking about the individual, not anti-police or pro-police. We're talking about the actual person that did things that are unacceptable. And the actions we take to make those people become aware and protect the rest of the community from those kinds of people.
100%.
Awesome. I'm going to message you in this private chat real quick too. And then I'll reach out to you later, Alex.
Sure.
It was so great having you on. Guys, grab Alex's book.
It was awesome to me. And I'm glad that we lost connection with you there for a second. We get to see you back because I was positive that was a green screen backdrop. But now I know, man, you got an awesome house out there. Look at that.
Yeah, this is the cabin,
Nice.
Yep, you can see it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, this is my dream home. We got really lucky. We're moving to the EU actually in several months. I have dual citizenship, so we're gonna move to Ireland for a year or something like that.
Oh, how cool!
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I actually own land in Ireland.
He does. I bought him a plot for $39.
It's about the size of this room. A little plot on a certificate, but I can now.
It's probably less than the room.
It's probably smaller than this room, but it's like I own land in Ireland.
Was it the castle thing? You can own a square foot of a castle in Ireland or Scotland.
It's like that, but it's a plot of land. Yeah, it's called. I can't remember what it's called. You can buy them all over, but yeah.
And so it actually comes with coordinates and certificate, and you can Google Earth it, and you're like, there's my land. And then you hit like Real View or whatever. And so I can walk around the neighborhood going to, oh, here's the little lane that goes down into the town. Yeah, so it's really cute.
Awesome. All right. Great having Alex. Thank you so much for joining us. He's having power issues.
There's a wild storm happening right now where Alex is. So we're very lucky to have
we're lucky to have him on here. So that was awesome. I'm curious about this. Thank you, Alex. Have a great weekend. Stargazer said, what do you think about chemical imbalances, hormone imbalance is simple individual brain chemistry? In regards to what, Stargazer? Because I do have beliefs around that as far as like
I believe it all exists.
The thing about like hormonal imbalances and stuff, like a lot of people don't with bullies. Possible, yes. At the same time, I really think it's learned. It's learned behavior because our hormonal imbalances, hormones are basically our metabolism. So when someone goes, oh, my metabolism's slow, they're basically saying my hormones are out of balance.
Yeah.
And all of the chemicals and everything starts in the brain. And then it like the brain is the controller and it like sends the chemicals out down to the body. But I think, my dad's a giant bully and I think it was just learned.
There's a lot of learn. For example,
he doesn't have any brain chemical
I was doing this, okay? Here's a piece of my natural behavior. Now, if you put a whip in my hand and put me in the field, I'm rounding up cattle. You put a whip in my hand and put me on the Vegas Strip, I'm now an entertainer. You put a baseball bat in my hand and put me in a gang situation, I become violent. This piece of natural behavior, depending on what's been added to it within the environment, has created an action. So people that potentially have an imbalance or some form of brain chemistry or anything, and then placed in an environment that's highly abusive, they learn that abuse. And then they repeat that abuse subconsciously. It becomes behavior. It becomes an element that is in it. So it's not just nature and nurture. It's a combination for each different aspect.
Stargazer's asking, like in a family where the abuse was the same, yet different siblings come away from it differently.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing with that. Now, sometimes the abuse might be the same, but not necessarily, because many times abusive parents will pick a particular abuse for one child and a different kind of abuse for another child. So I think that happens. Another thing is, I believe it's how we process the abuse. So like, for instance, this is kind of generalizing, but women, we tend to process it more internally. So like abuse that happened to me, I was an only child, but abuse that happened to me, I tend to internalize it and blamed myself for it, where men tend to externalize it. Not all, but they tend to be more external. It's kind of a theory that I have around why we might have more mass pupillars that are male than female, because I think that abuse that they've dealt with, it's external. And so women are like, it's all my fault, where men, it's like, it's all your fault.
And it depends on the environment you're brought up. So just,
yes.
And it also depends on the fact of what personality type you are.
Yes.
Because there are 4 primary personality types who perceive and react differently based on the environment and the situation.
Yeah.
So my personality type sees and feels and does stuff and then makes a joke about it. Amy's personality type sees stuff and calls it out and takes action against it immediately. We're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Can't we talk about this first? My secondary personality type is I'm going to move away from it and think about it. Your secondary personality type is supporting the first personality type.
Yeah.
What else do you need for us to do this now?
Yeah. Stargazer's saying, gotcha, my brother is abusive and I am not. So, and here's the difference. That's generational abuse. Like it was handed down for generations. It didn't just start all of a sudden with your parents. It's been handed down for generations. So your brother has chosen to continue it, where you just decided that the generational abuse is going to stop here with me. Mm-hmm. That's the difference.
And anybody that's been through any abuse, I highly recommend going and seeing a therapist or counselor. just to talk about it and see if there's any underlying triggers that aren't presenting themselves in normal days. And we highly recommend seeing a therapist or a counselor.
Oh.
They're your brain coach. You go to a gym to get your body improved better, and you've got a physical body coach. Well, this brain works more things than what your body does. Everything starts up here in the brain. So having a brain coach or a brain what's another word for a
stargazer, and you are the caregiver of the family. And so your brother's personality type, like his underlying motivation might be completely different. Loads of anger management. So he's probably a red personality like me, where he's real direct, and you're probably more a blue personality where your underlying motivation is just to make sure everybody's okay and take care of everybody. Where his underlying motivation is different, and that is going to come across regardless as abusive to you.
Yeah. And the thing is, there's no actual wrong. And I know that statement creates a little pushback. Yet if we look at it, not seeing stuff as wrong, yet how can we make it better? When we focus on how we can make it better, there's opportunity to move forward, and there's opportunity for you to make a change. When we focus on that's wrong, you have to admit that's wrong. That focus on the wrong creates more wrong, because what you think about, you bring about. The thoughts you're having affects how you observe your environment and what you see in your environment, and how you act based on an expectation from your belief structure. So if we can look at focusing, how can this be better? What do we need to be better? And that's where the 3 H's come in. Like when there's any kind of disruption, especially an emotional disruption, ask the person, how can I best support you right now? And you may have to do this by walking away. How can I best support you right now?
Yeah.
Do you need to be heard? Do you need a hug? Or do you need to be helped? Do you need to be heard? Do you need to be hugged? Or do you need to be helped? So basically, most people jump in. It's like, well, this is how you fix that. It's like, right now, I need to be heard.
That's me. I'm like a fixer, so that doesn't work. People don't feel supported when I try to fix it for them, because they don't feel like they've completed the emotion yet. So that's a great thing to ask people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For everyone with pen and paper, jot it down.
Yeah. And watching babies and children, how they absorb it all, how they interpret it all. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. We're all just products of our childhood, guys.
Heard, hugged, helped.
Yep.
What do you need? What's the best way for me to support you right now?
So by the way, I have Meet the Authors, guys. If you haven't clicked through there and subscribed, would you guys give us a subscribe on Amazon? It's free to do it. Just go on there and follow Meet the Authors. That really helps us out a lot. That way, if you've missed any of our interviews, you'll be able to hear them there. And then the first shirt we have is this patriotic shirt, Jamie.
And I got a little video for you. This is me trying to decide which shirt to wear. Now, I'm actually wearing the 4th of July shirt. So this is the shirt for the 4th of July. Look at this groovy guy. We've got jets. We got the red, white, and blue right there. So if you're looking for something 4th of July, Ross Boss, they got a lot of great T-shirts, and this is one that they created for 4th of July. So 100% cotton, true to size, look really great. And also they have this Bigfoot, rock and roll Bigfoot. Look at this guy. Ross Boss, Bigfoot, rock and roll. And I'm going to show you this quick little video of me trying to decide which shirt to wear. There I am. I'm all ready. Which shirt should I wear?
Joanna goes, I need a major session with you.
Yeah.
Guys, that's what she...
Right. When I'm not here, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what Jamie does full time. So that's
my main gig.
So that's that shirt. And then I've also highlighted the I'm not wearing it today.
I'm highlighted. What are you highlighting, Amy? What are you highlighting? Oh my goodness.
Retail therapy. Exactly, guys.
Yeah.
The Rock on Bigfoot Sasquatch.
Amy got a Bigfoot one that actually it's on the notes that you can add. The one that
Oh,
Amy got.
I did.
Yeah, have a look at this one. Add it to the carousel, maybe.
Okay, yeah, I will do that.
It's in there. Amy, they're so cool. Ross Boss, fantastic company. Check out all their shirts. Remember, take a packed lunch for you when you go to check out their shirts because you can be there forever. There's so many cool shirts. You go down a rabbit hole. But they heard, we mentioned that Amy's branding color is orange, and she really liked the Bigfoot, but she liked the one that's playing.
I like the one that's playing the snake guitar or the dragon guitar.
Dragon guitar. So they sent her this one, and she's going to drop it in the carousel so you guys can have a look at what that is as well. While she's getting that guy up, let me talk about this. This is Vin Chef. This is an awesome.
It's available below that shirt.
Yeah.
All right.
Saute pan. It's a 5-quart saute pan. It's anti-scratch. It's got a special German coating on the inside of it. I've got him here. I was just showing you the box first off. You saw this yesterday. It actually comes with the lid the other way around. So the handle is upside down and the handle's screwed on the opposite way. So you just take it off, turn it around, and there you have your beautiful lid that's got silicone around it. Now this silicone changes color depending on temperature. So when you can look at it and go, oh yeah, that's fairly hot. And the lid actually has a little groove. You see how there's a little indentation? It's got a little curve up on it. And it's got, you probably won't be able to see it. You won't be able to see it. But it's got a little steam symbol on either end. So when you place that where this lip sticks out, the steam can come out. If you turn it, it seals it off a little bit more and holds a little more heat.
Oh, that's cool.
And you'll notice that it's got a lip on it and it's got a pouring side, left and right. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, it's going to work for you to be able to just slip it out. And it's a beautiful non-stick slip coating here. This is already my favorite pan. It's nice and deep. I can do a nice good stir fry in here. I can do any of my meals and dishes in here, and no oil needed because it's non-stick. Now, when you first get a pan like this, it really is good to season the pan first, which means you heat him up, you wipe him with a little bit of cooking oil, and you let him cool down. Done. Super easy to do. So it's 11 inches, 5-quart saute pan, and it's a German 3C ceramic coating technology, which means it gives you this beautiful non-stick element. So you can cook fish in there and eggs, anything, and you create this super easy, clean, high scratch resistant surface that has an excellent non-stick effect to it with stability. And it actually reduces all that oil fume burn. And it's really phenomenal with the base here because it's aluminum. It's nice and light. I mean, I've seen pans smaller than this, 2 hands to lift, but this one is really nice and light. And you see, it's got these, little energy saving, these angle, these little like a sunflower effect around the edge here. That is energy saving fire gathering ring for gas stoves. And the base has a thickened base, a heat accumulation layer, which is this copperish layer. And then you've got the heat conducting magnets on the outside here, creating very quick heat and equal dispersion, and nicely ergonomically handle here with these little indents that you can easily hold it with your hand, or the little grooves for your fingers to hold it. So it's a great pan. I love the kind of the wood look finish for these handles, and I love the glass lid. Actually, the lid's about the same weight as the pan. That's how to give you a good idea of how that all works right there. So yeah, it's like a pro chef saute pan for you at your home. And now the saute pan is the pan that I use the most, especially one this size. I can make my crepes. I can make everything in here, melt it down, use it up. Really sweet. And this is one Amy will use as well, for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, because right now the one we're using, my crepes are a little bit bigger. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell Amy. But so the bigger pan's going to be even better for me, because then we'll hide the fact that I've got it. And I don't know if there's much more I can tell you about this little guy, but other than you should grab it. Oh, I know what I should let you guys know. It's 44% off. That's what you need to know. It's 44% off. It's a huge, normally $70 down to 38. This is a really good 5 quarts, large capacity saute pan when the silicon changes color depending on the temperature. That is just, and it's also, it actually even says it on the box, but it's PFOA free. Where does it say? Oh, yeah. Free from all toxins, PFOA, Gen X, and CMX. Gen X is a toxin now? You're Gen X, aren't you?
I am Gen X. So are you.
So we're not talking about the age group. We're talking about the chemical toxin. But yeah, so it's actually free of all those toxins. Free of all those
That was
toxins.
almost a drop.
It was not a drop.
That was almost. I didn't say it was a drop. I said it was almost a drop.
That was a juggle.
Oh, you got a baby there. Can't type very good. Oh, baby, we got all kinds of new baby stuff. Sheila,
Oh yeah.
Is your baby? How old's your baby? Is it your baby, or is it just you just got a baby? I just happen to have a baby here. I got a baby here.
I got a baby. Help! There's a baby in the house. This next set.
I would be very concerned if we had a baby in the house.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, it's not right.
We got people that act like babies.
That's for sure. Oh, granddaughter, 3.5 months.
Little one.
That's so cute.
We actually have a discount code for this next pack. So Amy's going to grab that and put that in the chat for you. It's the men's dry fit active athletic crew neck t-shirt.
Oh, that's
There's
the SPX
5
apparel.
in the pack. This is the 5 in the pack. SPX apparel 15, I think, is the code. Amy's going to drop in the chat for you guys. But you get a dark blue, you get a light blue. You get a dark gray, you get a light gray. And you also get a green. So in one of the kits, you'll get a red. In the other kit, you can get the green. I chose the set with the green. And even at the back of the neck here, you've got this extra little bit thicker, so it sits on your neck nicely and acts as a little bit of a sweat gatherer. It's dry fit technology in these shirts. 4-way stretches this way and stretches this way, which means it's very comfortable to wear when you're doing active, wearing it actively, very exercise, fitness, out and about. That stretch gives you a lot more comfort in your movement. And it keeps your body temperature good. It's lightweight. It's quick drying. This kind of material, the 4-way stretch, super quick drying, ergonomic pattern, fast recovery, and it's also got UV protection in it for you. So the 5-pack's only $31. So we're looking at $6? Just over $6.20 per shirt. It's a great price for these shirts. Now, Amy, I have 2XLs here. Amy grabs them and pretends that they're her dress, and she's not allowed to do that.
I do. They are really nice, though.
And so, yeah, Amy dressed, if you saw one of our shows before, she had it all dressed up. And it's like, hey, here's what it looks like as a dress. And I'm like, no, that's my shirt. Take it off. Don't stretch it and make it look weird in certain places. So yeah, great discount code, an extra discount code, extra 15% off that. So now from $32, taking the 15% off, you're getting, what's that? Boop, 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 170. You're getting 4, you're getting like $5 off that. So yeah, it's come down to $25. Drop it in your cart, put the code in, let us know. And here we have, oh my God, this guy is so exciting. One, I think we all should get one and then share our links with each other so we can all see what birdies are in each other's
that'd be
backyard.
so cool. I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
So it comes with all your installation hardware. And it's got a very good, solid, sturdy bracket. This guy's got points and the installation hardware into your wall, into a tree, into a post. And it's a little curved here at the base. What that does is this guy sits on here, and then there's another little piece that you just screw in, and this can rotate. Look at that. You can rotate it. So you can have this pointing exactly where you want. And there's the little there's the little piece. He just clips on the base.
I can't wait to put this up. I'm almost tempted to just go get like a thing tonight and concrete. Like, let's just concrete tonight. Let's do it.
Yeah. Of course, you would think I'll just go get it because it's 5 seconds for you to buy it, several hours for me to do it.
Yeah.
So this just clips in. Once he's clipped in, it will bend, and on the back,
we need bird seed.
Nice and solidly secure. This keeps everything protected. You've got your 1080 HD camera here that's going to take all the video and photos of your little critters that are coming and eating your seed. And it also has a little stand here. I put it back in that bag because it's got 2 little screws on the base. He sits in a little hole there and you put the screws in, and then you've got the little stand for the birds to come and nest on. Birds can come, the Jamie Honey's do-do list. Yeah, absolutely, USO. Amy's constantly putting things on my do-do list, and I put stuff on her don't list, but she ignores them. What's very cool about this camera is it connects to an app, and you get the software and you download it. This app actually has over 11,000 birds in it, and bird recognition software, facial AI recognition software for the birds. So what a birdie comes here and goes, chip, 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 chip. The AI information here sends an alert to Amy's phone. Amy goes, oh, hello, Gary. And the birdie goes, hello, Amy. And it goes, oh, I see. You're a red-breasted throbbing thruster. Oh, that's very nice.
There's a red-breasted throbbing thruster?
The red-breasted throbbing thruster. Rare bird. Don't look it up now. Stay with me.
I have a feeling that if you Google that, you might not like the images that show up on that one.
Anyway, so that's all the birdie part. What's very cool, though, is there's this ultra high-tech, boom, ultra high-tech solar panel with a really long cord, so you can put it anywhere you want. It's got all the bracket software here for you to be able to connect it up to the side of the house, to a wall, a tree, whatever you want. And then the solar panel, a couple of hours of sunlight, less than 2 hours of sunlight, and this solar panel gets fully charged for a week to power your camera and your AI
Donald.
information.
We've seen you, by the way. We're glad you're here.
So that is such a cool. I won't pack you. I'll just put everything back in for now. It's a very, very, very exciting, this device. There's the other bit, a bit of hardware. So I think that's awesome. So who's going to grab one, put one up in the house, and then we'll share the app notifications with each other, and then we can see what birdies are in each other's locations around America where we are.
I love it. This next is from Mitane, and these are the bath shower scrubby guys. And these come in a 5-pack. They're fabulous. I love how thick they are. These are really good scrubbers, guys. It's really good to scrub your skin in the shower. Our skin is the largest excretory organ, and it seems like such a simple thing to do. But when you get a good scrubber and you really scrub your body in the shower, you're exfoliating all that stuff, and you're going to make your detox, your natural detox, work better. Awesome. This is from Vlando. Vlando is, I'm going to be packing this guy in August. So this is my little travel kit. It's got like little spaces in here, which is awesome. Also, the other cool thing, my favorite, right here is where all my brushes go. And this little pad like closes it and keeps all of my makeup brushes clean and tidy in there. So this is such a fantastic makeup case. Everything I need in there. Awesome.
His next guy
and it's only $26.99 today.
Only $26.99. That's great.
Yep.
This next guy is silicone sensitive skin tape. So it's 4 rolls. They're 1 inch wide, 4 yards long, and there's 4 of them in there for you. So it's a roll of tape, and it easily just tears off, and it stays sticky. This was the tape I used in yesterday's show, and yet look, it still sticks, and I'm sweating a little bit, and yet it still sticks. It's waterproof, but when you go to take it off, it's not ripping the hair off with it. Oops, now I dropped him. He's on the carpet. That's a drop. So it's waterproof medical tape for infants, for kids, for people with sensitive skin. A great alternative. This is for Niceful medicinal or medical silicone tape. So putting any injury sores or whatnot, and little kids that have sensitive skin and get it pulled off. There's a $2 coupon on it and an additional 5% on free items. So check that guy out, especially if you're someone that like Band-Aids and all the rest, they tear your skin. Because I know that my gran, when she got older, Band-Aids would actually rip the top of her skin off when she tried to peel them off. Perfect for her. Yeah.
God, her skin. Oh man.
Yeah, she had to be super careful.
I'm looking forward to that thinning skin thing.
Here is good nutrition and exercise,
Yeah.
and you can steer away from that
For
kind of
sure.
thing. This is very cool. This has got a graphene strip in here, which gives infrared heat. You got the little control panel here that you can go low, medium, high, or off, as well as there's these little nodules, these tiny little nodules here, pressure points into your neck. You sit there, head back, let your head stretch back, stretching out the vertebrae in your neck here, stretching that out, reducing symptoms and issues in many different areas in your life. Just 5 minutes, a couple of times a day, and you're good. And our own personal experience, Amy was going to the chiropractor so often, started doing this, greatly reduced the time.
I was going almost daily and sometimes twice a day at one point. I was in so much pain. My neck was so bad. And they sent me that thing, and I thought, oh, it's dumb. Like I really didn't think much of it.
Didn't you? I liked it the moment I saw it.
Really? I was just like, I always thought those little stretcher things were not. I just didn't.
We had something like this when I worked as a stunt actor in Japan.
Oh, you did? Oh, so you knew already.
I was like, oh yeah. When you finish with that, Hazy, let me jump on it.
Yeah, I wasn't super impressed when I first saw it. I was like, okay, whatever. But man, I used it one time for less than a minute, because when you first start, it was painful because I was in so much pain. So when I first started, it was really painful. So I did it for about a minute. I'm like, man, I don't know. And I sat up and I literally cracked my neck, and from then on, I've been fine. So it was just like 1 minute on that thing, and we went awesome.
The next guy that you see there on the list, these are the V-Top Mart 4-pack stackable makeup organizers. Amy's got a whole bunch of makeup in them, and we don't know where they are.
Actually, I'll be right back. I might have them downstairs.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So
let's skip to the next thing, and we'll come back.
Yeah, skip down to the next one.
Yep.
Which are also from V-Top Mart. And this is your drawer organizer. You get a large, you get a long, medium, small, and of course long, medium, and small make up the size of a large. So you can easily create a drawer space any way that you want with these. On the bottom, there's a little space here that you can put the silicone dots on. You get a pad full of the silicone dots here, and you can just pop them on. That stops it from sliding. So the one with the silicone dot on, see the table move. The one without the silicone dot, the tray moves. So if you want it to be easily sliding for where you have it, don't put them on. If you don't want them to slide, put them on. You have that option. It's very easy. They peel off and stick straight on in the spot designed for them. So that is great. That is them. And they're only $19 because they've been reduced by 25%. And there's another 20% discount. So there's $16 for this set, the set of 25 pieces here. So that's a good price for all that with those 2 discounts. There's the 25 piece, 25% off, bring it down to $19.99. Plus, you've got a 20% coupon. Make sure you click that coupon, add it to your cart, click the coupon, and get the deal going right there.
Yes, I ordered these. I broke down and just ordered some. They just got delivered at our front door because we can't find them.
So here they are.
So here they are now.
See how cool they are. See how great this is.
Stoked.
Slide them in. You can easily see what's in there. I can put all these things in here. I can easily see that they're in there without any problem. And here's Amy's second one. They're stackable. Look at that. Just like that.
That's so cool.
See, it's not falling off. And then if I had a 4th one, a 3rd one, they go up there. Oops. Like that.
I went ahead and bought them because I'll use them. So it's like, these are awesome to have. And I like how the drawer kind of sits back a little bit. It kind of pushes all the way in. It sits back a bit.
So what she's saying is that the handle is not
going to snag on stuff.
Getting caught on stuff. Your hand goes in, pull it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally get to show those. Awesome. Now, this is the Dream Egg white noise machine. This is the travel one, I believe.
So we got the 2 Dream Eggs here. The first one we're going to show you is the travel one. We have a little ring so you can clip through here. You can hang it on the stroller. You can hang it in the shower, wherever you want. Of course, the USB-C charging cable. So very quickly, on one side, we've got the on-off. You can hear that now. Volume up, volume down. And then on the other side, so on one side, you've got on, volume up, volume down. The other side, you've got all these different sound options. I believe there's like 21 different sounds that are available that this comes with. Radio Rock and Roll, 21 like soothing sounds. So you have one specifics for babies. Just push the button and you rotate through them. There's a heartbeat. You also have different, then we have like nature sounds and white noise sounds. So just turn him off. So that is the travel version that you can take. So this can be on your carousel and whatever. This other guy is the non-travel version. It's small enough, easy enough to travel. What's very cool about this one, though, is this here will light up with different colors that you can choose from and act as a night light. So in a child's room, this will act as a night light, and it has 3 additional sounds in it. So it's got extra sounds, 24, and it goes through all those different aspects as well. And it's got a little fanned motion on it, volume up, volume down, on, off. And they both have a timer, so you can set the timer for how long you want to play it. So it's 28% off, plus an additional 5% coupon. And the travel one is 48% off with an additional 5% coupon.
Nice.
So the travel ones are much cheaper right now with that huge discount.
This is next thing is from Up Simples, and these are. I used to have a stuffed animal with the noise box inside. Oh, how cool, Joanna! That would be so cool. These are from Up Simples. These are the frames. This is the certificate ones. It comes in a 2-pack, and I like the black around it, and then it's got the gold underlay.
Underlay.
Underlay, riba. Ara.
I had no idea other than the cartoon I watched.
Underlay. Hurry up. Arriba. Faster. Okay, be kind. This is usually a prospect in here, but we have the glass out so that you can, otherwise it would just reflect and you wouldn't be able to see the picture. But the prospect, it's not glass. Perspex that goes on top is really nice. It's very see-through and it makes it lighter to hang on your wall.
Yeah, it looks just like glass, except it's a lot lighter in that regard.
So you've got the 2-pack on that, and then you've got the 5-pack on this Up Simple. There's no border on this one. And this is just comes with a frame, and you can choose gold, you can choose black, you can get silver. They have a bunch of different colors that you can choose from. Got it upside down. But again, you've got the perspex in the front, and then on the back, you've got all the places where you want to. You can hang it sideways, or you can hang it upright like that. These just pop out. Pretty cool, pretty easy. All right, next thing is Anchor Soundcore.
Yes, we have the Soundcore 2. Great speaker. You can actually download the Anchor Soundcore app software, and then you can connect to it. You can reset your EQ settings for it. It's very good. You can actually link 2 of them up simultaneously and get a surround sound effect happening with them. They're IPX7 waterproof, which means that you can have them in the pool, the bathtub, wherever you want. Not concerned about them getting wet at all. They're a great little speaker for that.
These are great in the car too. Like if you want to have a better sound in your car, you could sit this in the console and you could have a better sound. Like instead of hooking your phone up to the Bluetooth, better sound.
Yeah, and so it's only $39.99 right now.
Great price for that Anchor.
This is the Lamical tablet mount for the car. So either tablet or phone, either one will be able to go in here. Pretty genius yet simple design.
Oh, so, Soundcore 8 out of 10 sound quality.
Yeah.
Why only an 8 USS Rover? Just curious. Why not a 10? And if not Soundcore, is there any that you do think is a 10? I'm just curious.
So this guy pops on, clicks in, screw him in. There you go, 360 degree. This is spring loaded for your tablet, or you can put your phone in vertically and then it'll hold it while you put it horizontal. So you can use your tablet or the phone. Silicone on the inside, keep it nice and snug, non-slip, as well as protecting. And this goes into the headrest. The headrest on the front seat of the car. This is spring loaded, so you just pull it in, pop it in, set. Easy to take in, easy to take out. And it's really good for the youngster in the back seat to be having the eyes facing forward while you drive. In case you hit the brakes suddenly for whatever reason, it's much safer for them to be looking straight than having their head down. And you get more potential whiplash with your head all the way down.
Looking
like
down, yeah.
Because it kinks into the upper
right. This next
spine.
is from ESR. It is a MagSafe. Do you have it over there? Do you have it
yep, right. I have them right here.
You got it right here. Okay. This is a MagSafe Halo lock. Our grandson is going to be wanting this for his phone. He just got a new iPhone 12. But the case, we need to get an OtterBox so he could use the loop and the magnet loop on here. So this is pretty cool because it just magnets right on.
And it's strong too because it's on the shelf with the cardboard. And I went to pick it up and I'm like, the whole shelf moved.
You couldn't get it. It's got this little ring that kind of like sits out too. So you can like set it. So you can like kind of angle your phone any direction you want, or even set it up even a little bit more like that. So you can just do a lot with this little ring, this little magnet ring. And it's going to keep your phone safe, and it's super strong.
Yeah, super strong. Many different ways you can have it vertical, horizontal.
And then this
there's
is just
a 10% off discount. Plus, there's an additional 8% when you get 2 items.
And then the next one on the carousel is also from ESR. It's just a different color.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So those 2 on the carousel, you got the black and you got the pink. Same thing that Amy's just showed you. Now, the next one down is this. It's a pack of 3 iPhone camera lens protected. It's tempered glass, scratch resistant, great for night shooting as well. With that special reflective element of the tempered glass that's on. This is going to protect your cameras. You get 3 of them. You get 3 of them in the pack. Little cleaning wipes and cloth as well, and 3 of them. This is for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. But go on, click in the Unique Beach store, and you'll find different options for your different phones. There's a 20% coupon as well. So it's already 13% off, down to just $13.99 plus an additional 20% coupon.
Joanna said she had stuffed animals with the noise box inside, and also you could feel the heartbeat. That would be cool. That would be very cool. That would be very cool. Do you have a video for this Geek Chef air fryer, Jamie?
Do.
I thought you might.
Let's have a quick look at this guy. We love this guy. He's really helpful, lightweight. Take it to parties, so you've got this extra cooking space when all your friends are having like a potluck. This is the awesome Geek Chef countertop air fryer oven, which is a 6-slice 24.5 quart air fryer toaster oven combo. Thanks for sending this to us to compare and share this great addition to our home. Now, it's lightweight. It's around 20 pounds. You can easily place it anywhere or store it away when not in use. It comes with a baking pan, the air fryer basket, an oven rack, and of course, oven rack. It comes with a convenient drip tray that catches fat and oils, making it super easy to clean. Plus, there's an instruction manual. It has a 24.5 quart capacity with 3 rack levels, allowing you versatility with your cooking. It offers 7 menu mode options with 5 preset cooking functions to warm, broil, toast, bake, and air fry to meet your cooking needs. With 4 simple knobs, there's a 60-minute timer, a temperature control, there's the function selector over there, and then of course there's the toast darkness control. Plus, you can download the Geek Smart app to access hundreds of recipes. The oven's temperature ranges from warm to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and the 1700 watt strong power quickly cooks, making it super efficient to cook food in the healthiest way by cutting down over 85% of the fats. The large glass viewing door in the window and this inner oven light make it easy to monitor your cooking progress, and it looks nice in any kitchen.
It is only $119.99. So go grab that right now. There's only one left, so go get it now if you're thinking about it. This next item is the Power Strip. I love this Power Strip because it is a surge protector too.
Surge protector, 22 outlets. You've got 4 USB or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 USB, 1 USB-C outlet, and you've got the on-off switch. So really good when you got your whole gaming center or studio. Everything's plugged into here, surge protected, really long cord. You can get it in different lengths, 6, 8, 10 foot, 12 foot long. Ours is the 8 foot long length. What's really cool is you walk in, you flick this one button, everything's turned on. You want to turn everything off? Click the one
button and done.
Makes it super efficient and easy for us. These next guys, I love them. They come with all your installation hardware, and these are solar powered lamp light posts, and the top just pops off. Underneath the lights there's a switch, so you can either have it as warm yellow or as the cool white color. And then the base again does the same thing. Little turn. you could have this base, which is raised. You could have this base, which is flat, or you can have this base, which is bigger than this one. So you've got the 3 base options and all the hardware to put it in together. And I like that fact that it's a simple little twist to put it on and off, because you can have it set on bright white for safety and security purposes all week long. And then a Saturday night when you're having the barbie, just quickly flop them off, flip it over to the warm yellow and have an ambient mood for your event. So yeah.
Nice. I love it. Man, pickleball is getting popular, I think.
It is hugely popular. And this is, here you go, I'll let you show the racket.
Okay. This is my racket. Yeah. Comes with a really nice case. The case feels like kind of like a neoprene. Just pop that guy open and you have the racket inside. This is really, you can feel it's airy and hollow on the inside. It feels really good to tap and touch.
It's actually a polypropylene honeycomb core, which makes it super strong and super lightweight. And the face here that Amy's pounding with her hand is a graphite. It's graphite. It's got a nice little bit of mild grit to it, able to give those spins in the flight and whatnot. And it's only 7% off, yet there's an additional 20% coupon. So it's down from $85 down to $80, plus that 20% is going to give you another $16 off that. It's going to bring it to $63. And this is Explorer Pro. This is the Pro version. And this one is actually also approved by the USAA Pickleball Pro Association. So you can have this, you can have the extra benefits of it. You can, it's a slightly larger head, yet it's, where's the cover? Pass it over to.
Sorry. I never heard of it till last year. Joanna, I hadn't really either. It's not a popular thing over on the West Coast that much, but it's getting more popular over here. Like the park that's across the street from our house, it has tennis courts, but inside it's got drawn pickleball courts.
Yeah, so a tennis court will house 2 pickleball courts. So for a lot of places where there's a tennis courts, they can put them into pickleball courts, and a lot more people can play at any given time. Also,
like narwhals.
And the other element is that you've got your net, and then there's a line either side of that net. It's about 2 feet, 3 feet, and you got to stay behind that line. So you can't be leaning over top of the net hitting the ball. You got to be back playing the ball. So it's a much more kind of a friendly aspect game.
This is from Eckhauer, and Eckhauer has some of the best women's pajamas. This is a waffle knit designed with shorts, and this is great for summertime because on the top, I don't know, you're warm, and on the bottom, it just feels better to like kind of let the heat out a little bit. So these, I've been wearing these on summer nights to go to bed, and it is fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. And this other one is from Ho Touch. This is a woman's shirt from Ho Touch. I was wearing it earlier, but this is great. Check it out, Ho Touch. I like this whoop, I'm dropping stuff. Oh, yikes. Oh dear.
What did you do?
I dropped the camera. The whole thing fell. Hold on a minute. Hold up, guys. So sorry. Give me a moment. I'm going to remove the camera for a second. I'm going to pause this. Let's go.
Which camera?
Tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life. So come on, just tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life. Tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life. So come on, just tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life.
Okay, I'm gonna adjust the camera from here. I dropped the camera. I am so sorry, guys, and we're kind of just trying to figure it out. Jamie's
You
gonna
gotta move the other thing.
Jamie's gonna give it a little bit of a.
You know,
It's gonna have to work for now. Anyway, I was talking about the Ho Touch. I brought this in, and I think this dragged it. Is what happened. So this is the Ho Touch. This is
you swung that up and hooked it.
I swung it up here, and it hooked this camera, and then that camera hooked that one.
Oh, when it fell, it caught
pulled.
this
Yeah,
cord.
yep, exactly. So I was wearing this earlier. Really cute. It's a little warm in the studio, but very cute. You can do so much with this one. You can tie it. I'll ask. Thought you were going off.
There was some stuff going off, but it wasn't us.
We're back. Sorry about that.
Did anyone else experience that earthquake? Okay, we'll just move on.
I want a prize. I'll ask a question. I want a prize.
Yeah, that's right.
You win a prize, you win deals. That's our prizes.
Our prizes are deals and knowledge. Yeah. You ask a question, the prize is you have a greater understanding of yourself or an experience that you can have more success from moving forward.
Exactly. All right, this is Pawa dog ball.
Pawawi.
Pawawi.
There's the doggy. I was actually playing with this guy with my pup, my sister's pup. And he's a smaller dog, tiny little dog. So
and such animated hosts.
Yeah.
No, we're just screw ups. That's all. We're just animated because we're like trying to fix stuff all the time. So it looks animated.
This is the dog bowl. It's double wall stainless steel, so it's got a non-slip silicone rubber base. It's dishwasher safe. It's insulated. That double layer gives you that installation process. Put cold food, hot food in there, or you wouldn't put hot food in there, but your cold food and wet food, dry food, and that insulation keeps it more protected. And also the silicone base stops it from being pushed around as the dog's licking the bowl to get it all clean. Great bowl, great company, only $34. They have different colors. This is the white one. So go have a look at them and choose the one you want. Talking about puppy dogs being happy and healthy. This next guy is the yummy dog bed.
Joanna said time with you is a prize.
Thank you very much.
Reach out. We'll spend time with you. You let us know.
Here is the groovy dog. It looks like a giant sunflower. It's nice and fluffy.
Our grandson likes it.
Yeah, that's how comfy it is. Grandson comes and just jumps into it.
Every time we're in the studio here, like setting up, the dog bed is sitting like over in the corner, and he comes in and he lays in the dog bed and goes, "Can I have this?
Can I have this in my room?"
We're
like, no.
No. For one, Child Protective Services CPS is going to show up and want to know why we're letting
you're
you
all
sleep
proud that you get to sleep in a dog bed.
Yeah.
The back is non-slip, so it's got these little. It's waterproof, stain resistant, and it's got these little rubber dots on it, so it doesn't slip and slide all around the place. So super comfy dog bed there for the dog to lay and play in. And the other guy to talk about playing, I would use this to keep the dog all secure at the same time, and that is this baby crib playpen. So you get this bag, and everything will go in the bag. Of course, I've only got It carries everything. So you got nice mesh. You got waterproof sealant. You got these nice aluminum poles and these little corners. Now, so basically it's very simple. The poles just thread through the sides and the top and the base, and they clip into these pieces. They just slip them in, boom, boom, boom. The pole goes in between, and it's slipped in between the inserts. So there's a nice loop, and you just slide it through. And then the corners have material that fold over and wrap over. So it's all fingerly faced. And you got this little silicone pads here. This is your base. So you can suction seal it onto a slippy floor, and it's not going to move around on you.
Aw, Sheila B says, Amy, your hair reminds me of Tawny. So this style is basically just me braiding it. And actually, that's one of my anti-aging secrets. Guys, you should be braiding your hair at night and sleeping on braided hair because you'll have less breakage. And so sometimes when I've had a lot of treatments done on my hair, I'll try to stay away from heat treating and I'll just braid it at night and just let it out in the day for hairstyle. So I've been braiding it the last couple of nights.
Mm-hmm. And that playpen it's got a big discount on him right now. It's 10% off, but then there's an additional 15% coupon. So you're getting 25% off.
That is
normally it's $70, down to 62, then another $9 off that. You're going to look at like $50 for that. It's a nice, good size playpen as well. And it's got 2 doors that are the full length of the wall, and basically it's you just zip it and lay it flat. Pups or kids can crawl in and out, and then when you want to keep them all in there, the mesh means that they can see you and they're not going to freak out as much with not being able to see you, but they're contained. And the base being waterproof, spills or other incidents that are liquid that take place in there is not going to affect your flooring. This is actually the 5-piece. Because it's twin XL. So this is the 5-piece. If you have a queen, a double, a queen, or a king, you're going to get a 7-piece.
Oh, Evans just started following us. Thank you, Evans.
So you get the 2-tone duvet. You've got the dark gray or light gray. And then your pillowcase. I've got it actually in the pillowcase. So you'd get 2 pillowcases with the queen, the king, and the double, and 2 shams. And here's the sham, dark on one side and light gray on the other side. So that's the whole kit. Nice. This is from Bedshaw. Now, we talk about it all the time. 34% off. Great company. Got a whole lot. All our bedding is Bedshaw now. All our bedding is Bedshaw.
It sure is.
So you got the fitted sheet, which is the gray. You've got the top sheet, which is the gray. You've got the comforter, which is the 2-tone. And then you have those 2 shams and 2 pillowcases. That the pillowcases are light gray and the shams are reversible.
I think that's what I did earlier, Evans. I did the same thing. I was tapping the heart and I might have unfollowed myself and followed myself back. Because we're at 2.2K hearts. I was really trying to
make Jamie do something embarrassing.
Make Jamie do something stupid. Hey guys, we're at 2.
But Amy beat me to it by knocking down the cameras.
But we're at 2.3. So I say Jamie does either an interpretive dance or a rap at 3K.
Well, if you guys can get the 3K before I'm finished these last 2 products.
Oh, he's gonna speed go. He's gonna do it.
Okay, so that's that product. Next. And here's the other one. Done. So that Bedshaw set 34% off. They always have great discounts, Bedshaw, for us. So they got some great discounts here for us. So that's only $60 for a full set. A full set. This next guy is the cooling blanket. And we've got the mint green, I believe, is the color that they
very
call
nice.
It. Green. Or is it the light? No, we got the green. The green.
We got the mint green.
Now
one.
this is it's a light and breathable bamboo blanket, double-sided, great for night sweats, nice and cold. And they come all nicely vacuum sealed in, nice and tight in the box. But once you pull him out, whoop, nice and big. But just feel this material. If we had sensory,
I know. I wish we had feel-o-vision and smell-o-vision.
Just slip your hand in there, and it's
so
all
cool.
It's so cool. It's everything else in the studio is hot, but there's it's like 10, 15 degrees cooler, just all wrapped up in a box right there. So this is double-sided cold blanket for night sweats. Nice, good size. Different. You can get different sizes. You can get the throw rug size. You can get the twin XL, the queen, or the king. Amy has one of these kind of cooling blankets. The next one we're going to show you. This is 10% off. Plus, there's a 30% coupon. That 30% coupon is going to give you an extra $7.50, $8 off that bring it down to just $17 or so.
We're almost at 3K.
Ooh.
Joanna W said, I used to unfollow someone daily. I finally started telling everyone, I just like hearing my name called. We're happy to do that too. Oh, I just did it too. I just did it again.
Now, this is the next cooling blanket, and this is the green one. They're showing the white in the carousel, but Amy actually has this one on a bed. So I've got to put this back when we're done.
I love this one. This one's great.
She's rugged up in this every night.
I am. It's great.
And it's got this
Like the waffle.
that waffle pin, and it's it looks thicker than it is because the waffle is popped up on one side and popped down on the other side. But it's actually quite thin.
It's nice. I like the pattern.
Yeah. So we got the king size blanket here. This one's all over our bed. Many different colors. We have the mint green in this one as well.
You can tell we like green.
Or purple or blue. But we like the cooler colors for our bedding.
Yeah.
It's soft. Now it's actually made with 50% cotton and 50% rayon derived from bamboo. So it's a rayon derived bamboo derived rayon. Is that it? Yeah, the cooling bamboo blanket naturally absorbs moisture and exceptionally breathable. It is very breathable, providing a comfort day's night sleep. So that is the little fella right there. Nice groovy blanket for sure.
Cool. Awesome. Oh, that's it. We did it. We went through everything.
Yeah.
And we are at, wait a minute.
Bum, bum.
Why does it, what happened?
I don't
On
know.
my one thing, it says 3K and the other one says 1.6K.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're separating the phone and the computer.
It's so weird.
Even if let me refresh my computer. Now it still says the 1.7.
Oh, it dropped it back down. What happened?
What
We were at 2K. We were at 3K.
what number do you guys see?
I see 1.7 now, but it was bigger than that. All right. Well, I'm just calling it 3K because we said.
No, I'm seeing a 1.7.
No. Let's say 2K then.
Yeah, Evan sees 1.7 as well.
So what did you do? Did you do something?
Well, how come you're the one that knocked the
know.
camera down? If anyone should be questioned tonight,
That's
it's you.
weird. The hearts are still broken.
Oh, broken hearts.
The hearts are still broken.
Oh, broken-hearted Amazon.
Let's do a wrap around broken hearts. Go, Jamie.
Oh my goodness, what can I say? It seems we have a broken heart today. Things that are unhappy and sad, that's true. My little feeling is a little bit blue. This is a song that's coming to you from my mind. It's something to do while we work out what's going with the icon. Oh my dear.
Oh my dear, there's nothing that rhymes with icon.
To rap on.
Fail.
What do you mean fail?
That was a fail.
You interrupted me.
It's a fail.
I thought you were going to have something. You didn't have any. I was ready to say rap on. It's a difficult word to rap on. Icon. No. Drop the beat. Let's be sleek. Shall we meet? Thank you, Evans. Thank you. Evans appreciates my rap.
Alex Cody Foster was our author today.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had so much incredible stuff to say. I love the interview that we did with him. Let's do it again and give it another spin. And I'm dropping
You knocked
cameras
the camera again. Will you stop doing that? The blankets can be dropped, not the camera.
Jamie.
Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. What should they remember, Jamie?
Don't drop cameras.
Y'all are too cute. Joanna goes, y'all are too cute.
It still works. It's all good.
I'm busy.
Who here thinks that basketballs and cameras are built the same way?
Amy. The cameras are not.
Oh, we're all going through struggles, folks. Some
are
of us struggling with the camera equipment that's all over the ground.
You can pick it up later.
And that, folks, is why this. Oh, where did it go? This is why the awesome bird feeder is not up yet.
Sheila B goes,
Someone's picking up cameras.
Sheila B goes, she had her glasses on. Can't say she didn't see it.
Thank you. Thank you.
If the bird feeder was up in the backyard, that wouldn't happen.
Really?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
We've got to go, folks.
You can't give me a bird feeder 5 weeks ago and then not put it in the backyard and then expect me to love it.
I think this is what is called divergence from subject matter. Subject matter is cameras on the ground twice, and now we're talking about me not putting up a bird feeder.
Bird feeder.
You see how we've gone from, the broken expensive camera equipment to I haven't put up a bird feeder.
It happens. Maybe age, balance. I tell you, I walk into so many things nowadays.
Who's walked into a glass wall thinking it was a sliding glass door?
I think it was an open sliding glass door.
Yeah,
I've done it.
I've done it. Ouch!
When I was a little kid, I ran full on into one, just like straight on, like was just heading out the back door and just hit that glass door. I think we all did it at one point or another. My mom kept those windows really clean. No, you didn't. LOL.
Actually, when I was younger, I had a pug. She was my best friend, and I would run out around the backyard and ran back in the living room. We had a sliding glass door, and I'd run in and I'd shut the screen door, and she'd go.
Oh, it's so mean.
I know. That's how her face got flat.
Oh, dogs are so cute. Dogs are so funny.
Oh,
dog barrier fences.
Yeah.
Raise his hand. Guilty.
It's much better than accidentally walking into an electric fence.
Oh.
Like the little line that's down here, and you're like,
that I have not done. I have definitely not done.
I've done more than just walk into an electric fence.
You're not one of the guys that peed on one, is you?
When you got to go, you got to go. And if you go in the wrong place in the country, you find out.
You find out real quick.
Bam!
Ooh, there was an electric fence on that ground.
Bam! I'm just letting you folks know, don't try it. It is not worth it.
And don't try Beyond Meat, guys. Don't try Beyond Meat jerky.
Amy got some Beyond Meat jerky that was like something dehydrated.
It said kettle cooked and slow roasted and kettle cooked. And that's
slow roasted, kettle cooked, fake meat jerky. I haven't even tried it. I'm
going to throw it away. I was going to give it to a homeless person, but I thought that would be so rude.
It seems criminal.
It's rude.
So we're not sponsored by.
Yeah, we are definitely not sponsored by Beyond Meat.
And we won't be because we really can't stand up here and go say try, folks.
I really would never be able to tell you to try
wouldn't
it.
be able to.
You know what? I actually considered that before because I posted it on my social media about it. And I thought about it for a second. I'm like, well, they're not going to be a sponsor because there's no way I could tell people to eat this. No. So that's all good.
Yeah, all good. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, folks.
We're always
thanks for hanging. Hopefully next week we'll have cameras that stay up. I mean, it's a work in progress.
And authors that stay on. We had some internet issues too.
There's a few technical difficulties. Some here, some there.
It's all good though. We don't care.
So,
we're just honored he spent the time with us.
We are. Great guy. He's got some amazing stories.
Oh, I want to talk to him so much.
Excited to get him back here some more. Just the insights about how, like, that John McAfee created a backdoor into an antivirus software.
I didn't know that.
All big companies and everything goes, so. I don't want to say anything in case I'm saying something I shouldn't. I'm repeating what he said, but yeah. So yeah. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks, Evan, for a reminder. Have a great weekend. Happy 4th of July. So we won't see you folks until 4th of July.
Until after 4th of July.
So be safe. Be safe.
Be safe.
Have fun. Be safe.
And stay away from drunks.
Anybody that's drunk and has a firework in their hand, stay away.
Yeah.
It's not a good combination. Alcohol and explosives.
It's never been my favorite, honestly. When I was like 8 or 9 years old, my dad was letting some neighborhood kids fire off the little lady fingers. and this kid had one in his hand, and he freaked out, and he threw it in my, and it went off on my eye. I had a burn here just under my eye, and it scared me so bad. What?
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger,
for
danger,
real.
danger, Will. That's a Stargazer.
Oh yeah.
Danger.
For real.
Yeah.
And so from then on, I've not been a huge fan of that particular holiday because of that. Not that I don't love to celebrate our independence. I do. I love our independence. I love the idea of democracy in America. I love it. Absolutely love it.
It's got nothing to do with those elements as to why one is not excited about going out with a crowd of people to
About a
celebrate.
crowd of drunks with explosives,
And
particularly.
of course, I'm from Australia, so American independence has less emotional connection for me. And the very first time in the States I was invited to a 4th of July party at the lake, all these people were there. I'm like, I don't know if I really want to be here. I shut the class door, and next minute,
like we just showed up. We just showed up. We're just getting out of the car.
And I've shut the door, and next minute a firework goes straight between my legs. Someone had set one up. And it's the middle of the day. It's not even nighttime. I'm like, what the? And then there's anyone see where that went? And I'm like, I'm out of here. I want to get.
I'm out.
And they're like,
I'm
no, Jamie, it'll be fine. It'll be rude to leave. So I spent, because I'm first aid qualified and trained and anything like that. So in an emergency situation,
you're the first one running in. So am I.
By law, I kind of have to be. I have the skills and the knowledge. I have to put them in play. I can't just walk away from something. And so I didn't want to be in an environment that felt very unsafe.
Well, you would be responsible for taking care of the injuries.
Yeah, so I'm there looking. I spent the whole time with my eyes looking around, going, "I hope nothing's going to happen." So value your eyesight.
Yeah, Evans
absolutely.
goes, "I don't like fireworks either. I value my eyesight." I know, and just people just get up there and they do stupid stuff, and I'm just going, "Oh man!"
In Japan, it's funny. People always come up to me for many years. They go, "You're Australian. Do you have 4th of July in Australia?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we have all the same months.
All the same months, all the same days.
Same number of days,
Also,
same number of months. We have a 4th of July. We don't celebrate it like you guys, but we do have a 4th of July."
Particularly this year, I feel very conflicted about the 4th of July coming up because we had a realtor go and put flags on everybody's front,
shove them in
shove the flags with his American flag. Great with his
flags about this big.
Yeah, with this business card in all of our front lawns.
Everyone.
And I feel really conflicted about the flag this year because to me it represents democracy. To me it represents equal rights for everyone. However, I'm also very close friends with a Capitol officer, Harry Dunn, who was attacked with the flag. It was used as a weapon, and it was used to try to overturn our government. And I feel that until everybody is brought to justice with that we can't honestly.
So the flag now represents multiple emotions.
Yeah, the flag represents democracy, but it also represents the racism and
recent
elements of that rise in these extremist groups.
Conflicting.
And so I feel conflicted about it, but I will still celebrate our independence and still fight for it. So
I also 4th of July. Congratulations, everybody. The 2nd of July is a full moon. So,
have fun.
2nd, 3rd, 4th, you're still going to have the effects of a full moon. and we've talked about the actual effect of the full moon.
Ask anybody in law enforcement, ask anybody at mental hospitals or ER rooms. They will all tell you. Or prisons. They will all tell you. Like, it's really funny. Jenny, you guys know her on here. She works at a hospital. She works at Western State Mental Hospital, and her patients will ask her, "Is it a full moon?" When it actually is. They know. Even they know.
It is interesting.
Oh, Joanna W said, "Bittersweet for me. It was my late husband's favorite holiday." Putting flags in our yards with business cards. Yeah, they do that around here too. Putting flags in our yards with business cards.
It's like, are you really promoting America, freedom, and the flag, or are you promoting you and your business and using this as an opportunity? And
I don't like that. I don't like when anybody does it with any cause.
I don't like it when someone comes into my home, my house, and goes, "This is what we're all doing." I'm like, "Excuse me, did you ask me first?"
Yeah. My kids love it. Oh, that's cool.
That's good.
It's really beautiful. I do love the 4th of July fireworks from afar.
Yeah.
And we have really good views of fireworks here in Vegas. It's great. We don't have to get anywhere near close to the strip, which is nice.
Japan has some amazing
Oh,
fireworks.
I love Japan's fireworks. They're amazing.
They shoot a love heart that's kind of like 3D and then like 2D, and then they shoot another, and an arrow
goes through it. That was so cool.
And like
I saw that one.
A face, and next minute the eye blinks. You know, they're like.
I'm also not a fan of what it does to the animals. We lose a lot of animals. Make sure your animals are chipped, and just try to keep them inside as best you can, because animals tend to run, and it's scary.
We have people. I'm not so. I like, you know. Also, my friends used to build fireworks as a stunny.
I worked with professional pyrotechnics.
Yeah, pyrotechnics, and now I lost a couple of friends too. That they were prepping for a fireworks show, and there was a short, and the explosive center blew up. So yeah. So, but
Evan says you shouldn't use the flag to promote your business. I agree. We shouldn't be having our flags on sweatshirts. We shouldn't be having our flag. A sweatshirt is kind of okay, but like pants, like the full flag pants, it's like.
What about the American flag Speedos? Anyone?
Oh God, no.
When I was male model of the year, what year? 1994. I was the Australian representative, a Da Vinci Manhunt male model of the year. The American representative wore American flag Speedos, and we were like.
Interesting representation of the U.S.
Guess what color my Speedos were?
Joanna said they're saying they're wondering if they're going to do many fireworks over the weekend. And Joanna W says air quality's awful, and neighbors are already shooting them off. We've already got them shooting off over here.
Off. That's the other thing I'm not such a fan on 4th of July. If
Def
fireworks
Leppard did it right.
If fireworks happened on 4th of July, great. It's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th of July. That's also happening.
It's constant. It's going constantly.
It's going
and
off
then,
every
I don't
night
know.
now.
Are you guys on the neighborhood app? We love our neighborhood app with the ring app, so you can see like what's going on in the neighborhood. It's pretty cool because it's pretty telling. But it's like right around this time every year, wherever we're at, it's like, was that gunshots? Was that gunshot? Yeah. No, fireworks.
And where we used to live, we're like in Vegas, over the other side of town. We're like, oh, someone set off fireworks, and then we found out no, 3 people were shot.
Yeah, it was like, pretty awful.
So then anytime fireworks went off, we're like, is that a?
It's not cool. And that was a block from our house.
Yeah.
It's
tough.
I love Ring. Ring is fun. Yeah,
it is
cool. Man, neighborhood app is not so good. Oh no. Awesome. Well,
different places the neighborhood apps either like you got a really good community or it's just
yeah.
Well,
guys, we are always super honored that you spent the time with us.
We are very
Jamie,
grateful.
what should they remember?
Hey, folks, it can be a tough world out there. Everybody's going through their own little hurdles, their own struggles, their own obstacles in life. There's something you can do to make the world a better place. It's quite simple. All you have to do is smile at a stranger. Now, if you're adventurous, give them a little wink.
Tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life. So come on, just tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life.